One of my favorite things about summer is the food. But it's tricky because we're doing a lot more entertaining in the summer. With me today is Emanuela Pires, who's going to show us how to entertain in the summer properly. How are you?
I'm well, Glenn. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So is it really tricky? Like, what do you find is the most challenging thing for entertaining? Because you're a specialist in entertainment. Tell us how to make summer easy.
Well, I think one of the things that the best thing about summer entertaining is that it is actually easy to entertain in summer. It is so much easier than entertaining in winter when you have to whip up so many dishes in order to make your guests feel comfortable and feel loved and feel, just to give that comfort food that they deserve when they come to your home.
In the winter when I'm entertaining, I usually just order a pizza.
Okay, well, that's yourself. That's yourself. But on another hand, myself, what I love about summer is that you can really whip up something easy and something light. You just take your guests outside and they will feel the atmosphere and it will be beautiful. But today, I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful appetizer that is not only going to be easy to make, easy to prepare, beautiful to eat, but it will also be very elegant and very, very beautiful to look at.
Now, your specialty tends to be French cuisine.
Yes.
Are these both French? Is this a French dish that you're preparing for us?
You know what, it has background in the caprese, but we'll make it French because I like to use French ingredients.
Okay.
So let's take it from there. So since we have a tradition to always cook with a little bit of wine,
okay,
I'll ask you to take care of that, and I'll explain a little bit more about what we're going to make today. So today I'm going to show you how to make a tomato Napoleon, and that we're going to make with a little bit of smoked salmon, with a little bit of mozzarella cheese, and first, there we go. All of our ingredients are right here.
That's easy. So I would just cut up all of that? Like, how does this work?
Well, I'm going to show you exactly how it's going to work. Thank you very much. So let's have it. So I see we drink to a fabulous sous chef.
Okay.
Which you're going to be today.
The sous chef?
Yes, you will be. There you go. So cheers.
Here's to me.
And beautiful food. So let's get to it.
Okay.
So first of all, since you're my sous chef, I'm going to right away get you to get some things done for me. So I'm going to ask you to chop some chives. So try to do it as finely as possible. And I'm going to start working on...
It's just like this, right?
There you go. There you go. You're doing very well. Just like rocking the boat. There you go. Perfect. So let's get to it and let's start working on our vinaigrette, which we're also going to prepare for this particular dish. So first of all, we have some olive oil. Then we're going to add some red wine vinegar.
How much olive oil?
We're going to add about half a teaspoon, let's say half a cup.
Half a cup, and then okay. So then you just put a dabble of raspberry.
Red wine vinegar.
Oh, red wine vinegar.
And the reason why I like it so much is because it just adds that fruity taste to it. So that's what I love the most. Now we're going to add a little bit of shallots. And the shallots have to be duxelles. So this is something that is very commonly used in the world of food, the term. And that simply means very finely chopped. Then we're going to add a little bit of whole grain mustard.
Okay.
Is that
like a Dijon mustard?
That's a Dijon mustard, and it will help for everything to emulsify. Then we're going to add your chives, and I think I'm going to give it another little chop. There you go.
Are you suggesting I didn't chop enough?
Well, I'm just saying that you need a little bit more experience to do with that. There you go. So we'll add a little bit of that, our chives. Then we will add a little bit of sugar just to cut on the acidity of the red wine vinegar.
Okay.
Then we'll add a little bit of...
These are just little dishes and dabs and things that you're throwing.
You know what?
Right?
You can find the exact measurements on my blog. So, but for now, I'm just doing it the way kind of I feel, the way I can taste it in my mouth. And then we added a little bit of pepper. Then we're going to add my favorite ingredient, and that's fleur de sel, and that's the French sea salt.
Oh, let me see that.
There you go, Glenn. And then we're going to give it...
Fleur de sel.
There you
go. Fleur de sel.
And then...
It's crunchy, right? It's like it's got a bit of a crunch to it.
Yes, and that's one thing that I love about it as opposed to regular salt. Then I'm going to add a little bit of mint. And what I love about mint is that it just has that nice freshness to it.
Yeah,
exactly.
A bit of like aroma. I love the mint. Do you want me to chop anymore, huh?
You know what? I think I'm going to do this one myself very quickly. There you go. So just give it a nice chop. I think I'm going to have to ask you to come to my chef school at home, and then I'll teach you some things. Or we're going to stay behind after the show, and I'm going to show you how to chop things. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, you can just smell it. That mint. I love it. That mint coming around. It just yum, 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 yum.
There we go. So let's give it another whisk, and our vinaigrette for our tomato Napoleon is almost done. Now, the only thing we need to do...
So this, the mustard.
Okay.
Can we try one more time?
Let's try one more time.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's delicious.
Excellent. Excellent.
Delicious.
Fantastic. Let's start assembling our Napoleon. And we're going to start with one beautiful ripe tomato. There you go.
And that is a ripe tomato.
The only thing we're going to have to do is add some of our vinaigrette. And that's going to add a nice flavor to it.
Very nice.
Nice and beautiful. Then we're going to add another layer of flavor, and that's going to be mozzarella cheese. So we're going to add that right on the top.
Okay.
Okay. And then another layer of our vinaigrette. There you go. Another layer of flavor right there. Now, they don't have to be perfectly arranged. They will be beautiful and delicious any way you make it. Now, one of my favorite ingredients of all times, and that's smoked salmon. You do not have to add that if you don't like smoked salmon. You can just use whatever your heart desires.
I bet you even without the smoked salmon, it would taste delicious.
Even if you use only tomatoes. Even if you use only tomatoes,
oh, it's
that's
like a little
perfectly
sandwich.
fine.
It's like a burger.
I guess you can say that. There you go.
Why is it called a Napoleon?
You know, there is just a long story about it, but the legend has it. The legend says that the reason why it's called Napoleon was because, well, in the world of food generally, Napoleon simply means layers of something, layers of flavor.
Okay. Oh, I thought it was Napoleon Bonaparte.
Well, there is a saying that Napoleon always loved to eat layers of food, layers and layers of something. So there we go. One more. A little bit more of our dressing, a little bit more of our vinaigrette. And doesn't that already look so beautiful? Look at that.
That is
and
like
we put
a
in
meal,
a little bit of chives.
A meal on its own.
It sure is. Now, let's add a different...
You keep going up. You can't. Who's going to put that in their mouth?
Oh, don't you worry about that. You're going to try a little bit and you're going to want to have more. And that's it. The only thing we're going to do is we're going to garnish it with one nice, beautiful basil, because the next step is basil oil. So just add it at the top. You can add a little bit of mint as well. I love mint. I love the fragrance of mint. There you go.
Wow.
And then we're going to do...
So this would be like a fantastic appetizer, I guess.
This is exactly what the appetizer should be.
Okay.
Exactly. So,
all right.
And doesn't that already look like a 5-star restaurant?
It actually, that could be the main course. I actually think that's more of a main course. Well, the size of it, first of all, but also you've got your proteins, you've got your delicious ingredients, salmon. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
We've got a minute to go.
Fantastic. We have just enough time to add a little bit of our basil oil.
Okay.
And you can do it in the comfort of your home. It's very easy, just to get a little bit of a color.
Nice.
And then, last but not least, one of my favorite ingredients of all times, and that's dried lavender.
Lavender,
and
okay.
We're just going to sprinkle it all over our dish. Look at that.
Oh, yum, yum.
And the reason why I like it so much is because it reminds me of south of France. And the whole dish really reminds me of south of France because it has ripe tomatoes, fresh cheese, and, of course, endless fields of lavender.
It is. I can totally see myself sitting on the Côte d'Azur and enjoying this lovely meal. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
And just for like an appetizer, we'd serve some brie and some fresh fruit.
Absolutely. That would be one of the best ways to end any kind of meal.
So that's it. Summer entertaining by our summer specialist, by entertaining specialist. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
And so how does someone reach you? Emanuela Pires?
That would be very easy. Just go to Emanuela's Recipes at blogspot.com.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to dig into this because I need to get to the Côte d'Azur.